that and go ahead and put it in my group. And we are almost there. So let's get that there. And I'm really looking forward to having this conversation because you are really, rocking it, and people will relate to you. So hold on one sec. I'm just going to put it in my group because these are the people that are really interested in your group too. And people want to hear about this. They want to know how they can feel better, right? There's so many people out there that are just not nourished and not feeling well. And also in your situation, as you're going to come share with us here in a second, they're really giving of themselves in professions such as yours, as massage and wellness, and they need and look for ways to not have to work so hard, right? To create some recurring income to support their passion. So I'm
Right.
super excited to hear from you, Bonnie, today. So Bonnie's coming to you from Tampa. As she said, I'm in Maui, so two warm places, sending you a lot of warm love today. And we want to share this amazing story from this beautiful woman. She's actually been in Isagenix a little longer than me, a couple years. And I want her to come share really what was going on before, and what happened, who introduced you, and where you are now, because we can see you look great. Tell us. Oh.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Bonnie Stahl, and I started Isagenix back in 2017 of January, but I actually said yes back in December 2016. So you can say roughly 8 years for me. I am a licensed massage therapist. It happened like unexpectedly after the 2008 really hit both of us when it comes to the economy. So that hit me like really hard to say what should I do next after I got laid off. I was doing fast food industry, and retail all through my teenage life to my 20s. So in my 30s, I didn't know exactly what to do, and I was dealing with a lot of certain areas in certain areas of like diet, celebrities, clinics, you name it. I was like a huge weight loss researcher, education kind of person. So
Was
I
that
had a
working for you? Were you researching and it wasn't working, or what was going on? What do you mean by researching? Were you trying to find something that would work?
it's more of like I was just educating myself a lot more and then trying to figure out what's really worth it and what was actually working for me. And I started GNC back at age 18. So I was going through the reps options and what they were doing for me when it comes to their certain recommendations. And I turned into a diet pill addiction because of their pushing all these supplements toward me. I was having like all these celebrities telling me that this pill will do this pill will do that, and all this food will do this and that. And the thing is that I was mostly like going through the whole process of like, what can I do when it comes to my family? Because we were living through, processed foods, fast food, you name it. It was like after 6:30, I was dealing with nothing but dinner outings all the time. So it took a long time to get me out of that outskirts. And I had to say no to the process, say no to the milk, say no to this, and say no to that because it was causing me a lot of issues. And dealing with the diet pills, it was giving me nothing but junk and a lot of nasty dizziness. I was going crazy. And the thing is that I was dealing with family drama and work drama on top of it. So a lot of trauma in my childhood to the whole life that I was having. So when this whole massage therapy came out, I did what I could, lost my weight, the 50 pounds twice, both ways, either whatever you want to call it to whatever you want to call it. I went through like certain ways to like I lost it, but yet it wasn't sustainable. And that was the whole problem, was that I was doing things on my own and on my own rather than actually having a tribe or a community and some type of support, because that's what I was lacking. So It took me a long time in 2016 to figure out what to do because I was having a lot of family issues, and it was like, where can I go for me? So it it was like, what do I need to do for me? I kept on asking questions to all my clients. That was the only area that I could have some conversations with, and that's where I got this the amazing client that had been knowing me for 4 years, and introduced me to his high school friend, and that's when I connected to Amy Nicole Name. She is the representative of Isogenics, and she just gave me this whole encouragement, and her energy was so infectious that we're both Leos, so it was like a destiny right there and fate. And it just destined to me to feel like I needed to just really get more trust into it, and understand the friendship first before I get into anything, because I was having a lot of trust issues and I had a lot of ego, and I didn't care about anything else except for trying to get myself back in shape. That was it. So um my whole entire self was kind of like insecurities. I had a lot of self-hatred when it comes to my body image. It was a lot of things when it comes to internally, and having motorcycle accidents, going through a lot of things going on emotionally. It was like the internal was like inflaming me more, and also the nutrition that I was having beforehand wasn't really all that great to begin with. So the actual natural resources from isogenics healed me internally and made it more better for me, and I will never ever go back. That's
I
it.
just think that that is so amazing. Now, what I want to know is what were some of the physical symptoms that you were having that you don't have anymore?
I had a moderate disc hernia and facet arthritis, from my motorcycle accidents, along with doing a lot of P90X routines in 2018.
I know, I
Um,
remember
it,
those.
so it was just like I was constantly being overworked. I had no recovery days, so it took me a long time to get that done. I did structural energy body work, and plus I reduced inflammation foods out of my dietary. So the better you get for getting more alkaline to your body, the more better you feel. And that's how I actually got myself a little bit more educated of like, yeah, these foods can't go into it. So anything acid or anything that deals with fried, I can't have it into my system, or else it's going to cause issues with my nerve pain. So it really helped me when it comes to the moringa, the collagen, the whole 9 yards of the adaptogens. It really helps me a lot more. So
Well, and I can tell, and you just glow with that radiance of being alive, because that's what I always hear from people. Like when I started within 3 days, I just felt more alive. And I totally understand trying to balance family issues while you're trying to get healthy. And you're obviously, as a massage therapist, you're a caregiver, you give of your energy. And
mhm.
so it can be very difficult to heal when we don't give it to ourselves. And I totally understand the negative self-image. I had it, I grew up in LA, where the image, as you know, the celebrity image, all of that, it was very pervasive. I worked out with Richard Simmons and Jane Fonda, and it was just all about, the look. And I'm so
Mhm.
grateful we're moving towards more of how can I look at the deep cause, right? You did a lot of deep spiritual emotional work basically to deal with those issues too. It had to be like a combination of the work, the inner work with the nutrition. They go hand in hand, and that's why you're getting such great results. And
Oh
so
yeah.
tell me, see, you're now a massage therapist, you understand exchanging your time for the dime. I work with
Mhm.
and every day with massage therapists, estheticians, wellness providers, and if they don't show up and do the do, they don't get the money. So
Mhm.
explain what attracted to you once you started doing this. Did you think initially right away, was it about earning money, or was it about the product, or both, or what? How'd that work for you?
Technically, I just wanted independence. I didn't care about anything else. I just wanted to be free from toxicity and negativity, because that's what I felt like. I was getting conflicted, and feeling like I was getting controlled a lot from authority. of where I was before I became a massage business owner. So technically, it felt like the more better I was in 2019 during my own massage practice, it felt like a lot more better for me than internally and emotionally, and actually the in the environment is mainly the reason why I decided to say, you know what, I love the money, I love the products. Why can't you just do all three of them and actually incorporate it all together? And that's what happened. And I made it an LLC in 2021 of October, and I've been a 5-star service ever since. I've like make sure that my clients know who I am and what I do every single day. And it's just how it does. It gives me my freedom, and it gives me the independence to give, you know, my conversations more freely and more spiritually than, you know, being controlled of like, you can't do this, you can't do that. And it's kind of like, what else can I do? You know, is
You
how
just said
I
that
wanted to bring up.
you just said that so beautifully and so eloquently, because it is about the independence and freedom. 36 years ago, my son's 35, I decided I didn't want to work for anybody else. Now over those years I've had to, on occasion, especially after the accident, work for other people, but for 36 years I've been an entrepreneur for that exact reason, because I wanted to own my time. And
Mhm.
your type of wellness provider is very near and dear to my heart. One, because I have used massage and Reiki and all these wonderful things, and they've been such a great part of my healing journey. And it'll be fun sometime to get together and actually have your hands on me. But I just feel like it's so necessary for
Mhm.
you and your fellow industry for something like this, and something that's going to get their clients really good results, and something that can help support, maybe help pay for marketing or help pay a bill or whatever it is. So kudos to you at a young age for recognizing that and going for it. And I just see nothing but great blessings ahead for you.
I sure love what I do, and when it comes down to it, is like the more people that I see, the more connections, the more relationships. That's how I build my business, and if they want anything out of it, that's all it takes. Is just that one connection and one thing. It can really bring a lot more intuition of like really helping them out. And that's what I love to give people. Is my passion is actually healing people inside and out. And if I don't have that passion, then what's the point? So I just
and you
love
had
what
to
I
heal
do.
and you had to heal yourself first, and that's just so beautiful, and you're walking talking billboard. And I just want everybody out there to understand, thank you first of all for taking the time to listen to this beautiful story, but I do not financially benefit. We are not on the same team, Bonnie and I, and this is what's so beautiful about this company. We really are on a mission to create the largest, healthiest community on the planet, right? A community makes the difference. You talked about it earlier. Your tribe, your vibe, all of that is very in alignment with Isogenics, which is so in the truth for me as well. And when
Mhm.
you are in that alignment, and you're nourishing your body, and you're working the work, the inner work, just like you said, which was beautiful. I like to heal people from the inside out and the outside. That's just amazing. Then you can't help but be successful with the kind of support you have. I mean, I feel like Isogenics is this huge, I just kind of imagine this huge angel wings behind me that is helping me, and they do the work, they do the research, they do the labeling, the bottling, and the shipping. And I've done all that before in my business, and I know how hard that is. And so I'm grateful I just get to get on the ride and ride with people like you. So is there anything more before we end you want to share with everybody? And we'll put Bonnie's information in there if you want to reach out to her in the comments. She'd love it, and she's definitely a giver. And if you've been struggling with similar issues, you really want to talk to her.
Yeah, when someone is out there like struggling internally, and just letting you know, I've had multiple attempts on my life because I was alone. I felt like nothing was happening except for a lot of negativity. A lot of things are happening, but the thing is that once you find the actual support and the actual people that can uplift you and share the actual truth inside of you, then that's where you get the encouragement to say, I am enough. I know who I am and I know what I can do. So that's why I became a phoenix when it comes to my community. And from everything that I've been through in my life, I feel like Isogenics saves me more than anything else in my life. And I couldn't even like fathom if I have it not even in my life. So the community really helped me and supported me all the things that I've done to like get myself back into my actual self. And I wouldn't trade it for anything else. So
How
just like
beautiful.
just give yourself your grace, understand who you are first, get out of your negative mind and actually do the work. I mean, walking was the only greatest thing that was happening to me. I was doing night walks. I was making it possible to have like my own God's wisdom through me, just going through the whole process mentally and physically. Just make sure your actual mentality is a lot more important than anyone else's. Stop putting negative thoughts in yourself and actually make it more positive to just throw yourself out of the actual area where you do belong. And my area is with isogenics, and I will forever be here.
I've heard this from other people as well. It's amazing. We all feel this way. Like I'm an ISA lifer, and I think that that makes for such a strong community as well. And your story is beautiful. It will resonate with many people. I had a lot of negative self-talk as well, and I have been working on that. And I'm 62. You're not quite there yet, so we keep it. It's a lifelong journey, right? We always have to watch the messages that we're saying to ourselves. And I'm that's part of the reason why I'm doing retreats now. I have one coming up in May, and inviting any listeners. It'll be an opportunity to remember who you are, and one of these days we'll get together in person, Bonnie. So thank you so much for sharing, taking your time, and I love that we can work together as one Isogenics family.
I am always here for anyone, so I am looking forward to anyone who wants to reach out to me. I'm always your cheerleader too.
Thank you, Bonnie. Cheers.
All right, guys, take care.